Hello and welcome to another episode of the Scrum TV over at TrollBloodScrum.com. I am Goris, your host, today with the first ever unboxing of the Trollbloods Mountain King Gargantuan. Now this thing is going to be absolutely massive. You guys have seen the painted figures, so let's open them up. Alright, so starting out we see the torso. The detail on it is going to be very, very nice. As you can see, folks, as with other resin models, I don't see any poor spots. All of this is beautiful and ready to go. There's almost no flashing on it. The detail is immaculate. It's just amazing, and it's huge. So we'll go ahead and set this aside. Next, we're looking at the crest on him. I see like two tiny little pore spots here. Privateer is clearly getting their resin casting down. This is probably the least problems with the resin I've seen with them. You can see a little bit one here, but I mean that's going to be inside. All you've got to do is shave that down to get it to fit. So let's go ahead and give this a little bit of a whirl here. So that's going to be on the front side, I think. Nope, other way. Nope, I'm an idiot. What the hell am I doing? There we go. Nope, that's way. Alright, so as you can see, all it's going to take is a little bit of resin shaving, and it'll actually fit right in. So we're going to have an easy time getting this one together. Alright, so those aside, now one of the things that I really like to note is that, check these out, we have hardly any pore spots on these two, and the detail is just beautiful. Nice slotted spots for our legs here, and barely visible torso or barely visible pore points on these guys. They're really, really coming through. Same thing to be seen on the hand. This is the one that's going to be hitting the ground there, and it's beautiful as well. You can even see, I don't know if you can zoom in here onto the fine detail. All of that isn't painted on. That is actually crevices in the skin. So for those of you who are novice painters, you'll be able to wash that in and get the detail you really want out of the skin on these guys. We've got the rest of the legs. This very beautiful loincloth. I mean, you can see the stitching work in here. You've got the little crevices there. It's going to be beautiful to blend, and it's got a nice slot for it to sit on him. Inside, I'll go ahead and move this box out of the way. We've got the rest of the bits. So, starting out, the other arm adds, holy crap, I see one seam here, but it's an easy spot, and only tiny, tiny pore points on this guy. Oh man, this is amazing. The spot where the Mountain King impacts, all the pore points are on the bottom of the model, so they're going to be completely hidden, even if you can't shave them down very well. We've got the front loincloth with the nice rune chip on the front there. Tiny pore points, easy slot on the front, or on the back to put it on. These feel a different kind of resin or plastic to me. You can see they're actually a different color. And finally, we've got the first part of the head. As you can see here, there's a slot, but the reason that's there is because his chin is actually metal with the jaws there. Look at that. Only a little bit of flashing here. It's going to be beautifully detailed. It's going to fit right on. So don't forget, though, you're going to have to use glue that'll work on both resin and metal. Boatloads of chains, which is nice actually, because a lot of Trollblood players do tend to complain about the fact that they simply do not want the chains on their model. So with very little conversion, you can remove all the regular resin chains, or you can simply choose not to put these on. Now, one of the things that the Mountain King is signature for is going to be his ability to pop out whelps, and that's a little bit of a spoiler, folks. So as you can see, the rock whelp here, if you can zoom in on him, these guys are just amazingly detailed. And there's going to be a bunch of them just kind of hanging out on top of him. For one, I'm just going to put them all on. These guys, as with most privateer stuff, well, there's only a little bit of metal flashing. It usually comes off with a hobby knife, or not even that. You can just pick it off with your fingers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 of these guys. This one looks like he's just crawling straight out of the stone, and this is the one that's going to be swinging off his top arm. Now, there is a card here for the Mountain King. I can't really divulge too much. Can you catch it? Is it out of focus? Good. You guys will figure that one out later. I will go ahead and leak this to you guys. For those of you who definitely were waiting on his strength, it's 2 higher than Mulg's, and that's all I'm giving you. So this has been Goris from the TrollBloodScrum.com and TrollBloodScrum TV. So signing off.